Anong magte-take ka ng civil service exam? COMEX o PPT? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hi there! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If this is the first video that you're watching from my channel, I make educational and motivational content. So if you don't want to miss any of my new uploads, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell icon. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about yung differences ng COMEX at PPT, anong benefits ng bawat isa, and 4 things you may want to think of sa pagde-decide mo kung anong exam ang iyong iti-take. This is part of our playlist ng CSE Q&A in which I answer your common questions when it comes to taking the civil service exam here in the Philippines. If you haven't seen that playlist yet, ilalink ko na lang dito iba pang videos, and panoorin nyo na lang doon yung everything I talked about already, like the coverage, kung ano yung kailangan nyo i-prepare and stuff like that, the application process and what I can do to help you with that, nandoon na rin siya lahat. So, we will jump into this video kung napanood nyo na yun. Now, ano ba yung COMEX at PPT? Ang COMEX ay computer-assisted exam in which ikaw ay pupunta sa isang testing room together with the people na magte-take din ng exam, haharap ka sa harap ng computer, doon ka magsasagot dahil doon lalabas ang tanong at doon ka rin mag-click ng kung ano yung inyong preferred na answer. Ang PPT naman or paper and pen test, lahat kayo na mag-e-exam during that day, pupunta kayo sa kaninyang mga testing centers at mag-e-exam kayo writing everything down. Kaya nga paper and pen ang pangalan niya. Dati pencil ang ginagamit, pero in the past 4 years, since 2015, nasa pen na talaga ang ginagamit or ballpoint pen na may ink. Again, quick side note, bawal daw ang sign pen at bawal ang friction pen. Ang kailangan lang regular ballpoint pen. And my entire discussion on pens and everything like that, I will link that here na lang din if you're interested. Now again, itong video nito is specifically sa mga tao na nagde-decide kung ang ititake nila ay COMEX o PPT. Now, sa pananaw ko, there are 4 things that you will need to think about when it comes to making that decision. The very first one is quite obvious, pero kailangan natin pag-usapan pa rin. Let's talk about your computer proficiency. Bakit kailangan to mag-come into play? Kasi kung ikaw ay someone na to start off, talagang medyo anxious ka na about using computers, maybe you're on the older side, hindi kayo sanay gumamit ng computer, humarap sa keyboard and everything like that, you may want to decide against yung COMEX. Kasi nga, computer ang ginagamit doon. So, kung doon pa lang sa paglipat ng mga questions, pagkiklik ng mga bagay, pagka-close ng mga window and everything like that, ay kinakabakabahan ka na dahil hindi ka sanay gumamit ng computer, maybe you may want to go through yung ating traditional route, which is writing things down. Now, kung ikaw naman ay tech-savvy, medyo confident ka naman when it comes to using computers, then yung COMEX becomes a viable option for you. Marami na kasing iba-ibang mga considerations din dyan. Iba-iba yung preference natin when it comes to answering tests. Meron namang allergic sa writing down at sa pag-exam na may kasabay. I already had a couple of students before who said na, Coach, nahihirapan kasi ako pag nagsusulat ako at nag-exam ako na may mga kasama kasi nadidistract ako sa kanila at nape-pressure din ako kapag mabilis silang matapos or mabilis silang lumabas ng testing center dahil tapos na sila. So, ayaw niya na merong pinipace, ayaw niya na may nakikita na may tumatayo or may mabilis na mag-exam. So, ang best fit sa kanya ay COMEX. But again, because this person already knows how to use a computer. Yun yung first na consideration ninyo. Okay? Now, consideration number 2 is the sense of urgency. Sense of urgency when it comes to gaano mo ba kailangan yung eligibility mo. Kung ikaw ay tatrabaho na sa government institution, may deadline na sa inyong pagkakaroon ng eligibility. Kung ikaw ay talagang may naabangan na posisyon na pabukas na at talagang eligibility lang ang kulang, you may want to consider picking yung COMEX depende doon sa inyong sitwasyon. O bakit ganon? Kasi ang paper and pen test, it usually takes mga 5 to 6 months starting from the application period, review, pagtitake ng test, at paghihintay ng results. Ang usual na turnaround time when it comes to yung test results ay nasa 6 weeks to 8 weeks. Ibig sabihin, pagka-exam mo, hindi mo malalaman agad yung resulta. Kailangan mo pa maghintay ng mahigit sa 1 buwan bago malaman kung pumasa ka o hindi. And then after that, kung sakasakali naman, wag naman sana na hindi ka nakapasa, kailangan mo rin maghintay uli para sa susunod na exam para doon ka mag-apply. So, you can only take the exam usually 2 times in a year, although ang restriction ay 3 months lang naman ikaw na hindi pwedeng mag-exam ng same level. I talk about this in another video, ha? Pero, usually, dahil nga sa lahat ng sa tediousness lang na pagpila, pagkuha ng application and everything, may limitations tayo. Usually, you take the exam twice in a year. So, twice ka lang talaga may chances of winning an eligibility. Ang difference kasi is with yung COMEX, if nag-exam ka ngayon, right after the exam, after siguro a couple of minutes or an hour or so, makukuha mo na yung resulta kung ikaw ay bumagsak o hindi. Now, hindi ibig sabihin na only ang pagtitake ng computer-assisted exam, ha? Pero at the very least, mababawasan yung waiting time to find out kung ikaw ay nakapasa o hindi. And then you can start preparing for the next exam after. Actually, just a few days ago, some of my other students sa online review program last time reported na nakapasa sila sa COMEX, and ganun yung sistema. So sometimes ngayon sila nag-exam, mamaya may eligibility sila, sa Monday papasa na nila yung kanilang updated resume sa kanilang HR, and then quickly after that meron silang appointment. So ganun yung mga nagiging track kapag ikaw ay may sense of urgency na sa iyong eligibility. Pero kung ikaw naman ay sabihin na natin estudyante, fresh grad, meron ka pang existent na job at yung pagtitake ng civil service ay isang second plan yan for you, then you don't really need to exhaust that much time catching up kung ano yung schedule ng COMEX, and then just settle for yung common na paper and pen test. Okay? Now, that brings us to our third consideration, which is availability. Bakit? Kasi ang availability ng exam ay limited sa paper and pen test. Ang paper and pen test ay usually ginaganap lang twice in a year. Minsan may mga special exams, pero those are usually specifically for existing government employees. Hindi mo yan maaasahan na maging regular. Ang usual lang talaga is yung first exam around March yan ng taon, and then yung next exam is usually around August. Dati May and then September and iniba na. So yun na yung usual na cycle nun. Twice in a year ginagawa yung paper and pen test on a national level. So kung hindi mo mapapasok yung dalawang exam na yon, you will have to wait until the next year. There is a designated naman application period, pero in the recent years, laging nauubusan ng slots sa maraming probinsya dahil sa dami ng mga taong gustong makapag-take ng civil service. So may mga cases talaga na nasasaraduhan sila ng application or kailangan nilang mag-exam sa ibang probinsya. So again, may limits availability ng paper and pen test. Ang COMEX naman, ang tanging limitation niya ay yung scheduling ng Civil Service Commission. And from what I know, and I have quite limited knowledge dito dahil ako nag-paper and pen test, intermittent or hindi naman sobrang regular yung schedule ng COMEX. And ipa-preempt ko na kayo by saying this, do not ask me in the comments sa baba or message me sa aking Facebook page asking me about the schedule ng COMEX. Because number one, I do not work for the Civil Service Commission, so I don't really know. Number two, kung ikaw ay may gusto sa buhay, ikaw mismo ang mag-effort. Tinutulungan ko kayo pero hindi ko isuspoon feed ang lahat sa inyo. So I will not personally go to the Civil Service Commission just to ask for the schedule para ibigay sa inyo. Meron kayong mga kamay, may bibig kayo, may paa kayo, mag-effort kayo. Help me help you. Okay? So, go and reach out to your local Civil Service Commission to find out kung nag-offer sila ng COMEX sa inyong regional office at kung may mga schedule doon. Kadalasan ay unahan din ng slots yan, so you really have to know kung kailan magda-drop ng slots at mag-abang kayo para makapasok kayo doon. Kasama lang talaga yan sa entire journey when it comes to gaining your eligibility. But again, at the end of the day, if you don't fight for something, is it really worth anything, di ba? So, kung mag-effort kayo at papasa, mas masarap yun sa feeling. So, yun yung thing. Pero ang alam ko talaga is mas madalas yan sa isang taon. Ang COMEX usually, kung pag gumagana yung mga machines at maayos ang sistema ng Civil Service Commission, they even do that, I think, twice or at least once a week nang tuloy-tuloy yan. So, maraming mga chances for you to take the COMEX. Although, again, hindi yan 100,000 kayong sabay-sabay na mag-e-exam katulad ng paper and pen test. Kasi, meron lang silang testing center kung saan ka pwedeng mag-exam at limited din yung mga computers na pwede nyo pag-taken. So, yun yung mga restrictions doon. Again, go to the Civil Service Commission for more information on that and kung paano kayo makabook na inyong sariling slot. Okay? Now, number 4 na consideration is actually something that came into play sa aking sariling pagdedesisyon. So, kung ako kasi, nung ako nag-exam, hindi ko naisip nga na option yung COMEX or computer-assisted exam. I didn't know that existed. Pero I took the test because my mom encouraged us na magkakapatid to take the test. And for those of you who don't know that yet, kaya pinanganak ang Team Lyqa, honestly, and why I started teaching mga test-taking tips is because I managed to, by the grace of God, top the civil service exam noong April 2013. So I was top 1, top 4 yung kakambal ko, and everyone, mga kaibigan ko rin who took the test with us, passed the test. So, yun yung kwento ng Team Lyqa. And yun yung fourth consideration, which is the opportunity to top the test. Kung ikaw ay medyo competitive, feeling mo naman you can do it, you want to have a shot at being a national top-notcher, you will have to choose the paper and pen test. Now, bakit? Kasi yung COMEX, although ibibigay sa iyo right away kung ikaw ay nakapasa o hindi naman nire-rank ang lahat ng tao na nagko-COMEX. So, kahit nasabihin natin ikaw pinakamataas na nakakuha nung araw na yon sa 30, 20, 10 of you who took the exam, it doesn't really matter that much. Versus kung ikaw ay nag-take ng paper and pen test na together with 150,000, 200,000 ng mga nag-take ng exam nung araw na yon, ikaw ang pinakamataas or nasa top 10 ka, kahit pa paano may konting excitement na dala-dala yung information na yon. So, for me, like I said, this entire channel, my work for the past 4 or 5 years was born out of me being able to top the test. So, naging magandang opportunity din siya for me, kahit paano to affirm yung aking calling and para malaman na ito pala yung direction sa aking buhay. So, if you want to just get a feel of how well you do, yung sinasabi natin, magtitik-tik pa ba ako ng kalawang, buhay pa ba ang utak, bibo pa ba, all of these things na gusto mo lang talaga ma-gauge how you'll do. Okay? As a person, wala ka namang kalaban pero gusto mo makita kung magiging competitive ka in that way, then you may want to take the paper and pen test. Kasi yung COMEX, walang ranking. So, yun lang. So, another shot at maybe doing something a little remarkable in life. So, yung mawawala kung ikaw ay nag-COMEX. Okay? So, again, there are 4 things that you may want to consider. Number 1, kung proficient ka ba sa computer, dahil kung hindi, mag-paper and pen test ka na. Number 2, your sense of urgency. Kaya mo bang maghintay ng 6 months para sa resulta ng exam? Nalipasan ka na ba ng application period? Or pwede ka nang pumila sa Civil Service Commission dahil kailangan mo ng eligibility right away to get promoted or at least be regularized sa iyong trabaho. Yung second point natin. Third point is availability. Twice a year lang usually yung PPT. Kung hindi ka pasok doon sa schedule na yon, ang COMEX ay mas available. Kaya lang kailangan mo important to know kung kailan ang schedule at kung kailan ka pwedeng mag-apply. And then yung number 4 na consideration natin is yung opportunity to top the test. Now again, if you're going to take the COMEX, mawala yung opportunity na yan. So if you want to take a shot at you being at par with other people, kung gusto mo makita how well you'll do sa national level, you may want to take the paper and pen test. So again, that's it. That's my advice on things you may want to consider when you make the decision kung ikaw ay magko-COMEX o PPT. And hopefully makatulong to sa inyong decision making. Now again, at the end of the day naman, pagdating sa inyong personal data sheet, kung ano ang iyong ranking, ano ang iyong score, kung ilang beses ka nag-take sa exam, that's the beauty of civil service exam. Number 1, hindi na-expire ang eligibility. And number 2, it really doesn't matter kung nakailang take ka o anong score mo. Honestly, kahit nasabihin natin top-notcher ako sa civil service, wala namang pinagkaiba masyado yung buhay ko. Now, sabi nila, in some provinces may mga awarding, may mga plaque or something. Pero sa Quezon City, walang ganon. So, wala masyadong nangyari naman when I topped the test. Pero, that can be a little bit of a bonus sa inyong resume if you're going to apply for work. And, yun, a little bit of pat in the back din na, oh, you're doing a good job. Yun lang naman yung perks nun. Pero pagdating sa dulo niyan, kahit nakailang take ka naman, importante, eligible ka. And para sa mga tao who really want to get a job or get a permanent item in the government, take lang ng take, honestly guys. So, yan ang sasabihin ko sa inyo. Kung meron din kayong onting consideration, that would be that. Kung nakailang paper and pen test ka na, sawang-sawa ka na, napapressure ka na, ayaw mo nang makita yung proctor dahil kilala ka na niya sa probinsya ninyo, you may want to try yung COMEX. Okay? So again, if you want to know yung schedule and everything like that, go reach out to the Civil Service Commission directly for more information. I will not entertain that kind of question kasi I do not work for them and I honestly would rather spend my time helping you pass the test than answering alam niyo yung mga common questions that you can ask anyone from that office. Alright? So, a little bit of tough love there. But again, I'm here to help you help yourself. So that's my goal right here. And if you want more content, don't forget to check out my channel. I already covered most of the topics na lumalabas sa civil service exam, and I'm going to make even more videos soon. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe na and hit that bell icon. If you want to find out how to get the reviewers that I made specifically about aptitude exams with all the hidden techniques and stuff like that, you can reach out to me directly through my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa for more information. And if you want to join the online or live review events, dun nyo din ako may message for more information, right? Thanks guys for watching. Never stop learning. Aja, kaya niyan. I'll see you in the next video and bye for now.